What up, dog? What up, dog? Welcome to Yeah, I Said It Sports Podcast. I'm your host, the Iceman. This the team.
What's the dealio? It's your man Alio, aka Mastermind. You know what time it is.
What's going on, cousins? As y'all notice, I'm letting the curls rock this week. Give them some more knowledge to see.
Uh-oh.
They be lacking that knowledge.
Uh-oh.
I'm back, baby. I'm back.
He back in the building. Breezy. Which say
No,
curly
Yeah,
cousin.
curly top, curly
Curly
top,
top.
baby.
okay, here we go.
And it's your boy, Young P, aka Mr. PR. I'm in the building. Let's get it started.
All right, all right, all right. Before we get it started today on this great show, I'd like to pause for a second, pass it over to Mr. Breezy.
Yes. Like to pause and give our condolences to the families of three young men. If you knew them when they was younger, I knew them. Really touched my heart. Like to give my condolences to the Hughes family, for Carl Hughes, to the Livingston family, Shane Hughes, and to the Gilbert family, Jamal Gilbert. Three great young men. Three great young men.
All right.
You guys will truly be missed.
Yes, sir. Prayers, blessings, and condolences goes out to the family, you know. And like I say, it's heart touching, heartbreaking. Like I say, some young fellas, from the neighborhood. Everybody knowing the young fellas running around,
Yeah,
Matter of fact, y'all was they coaches, right?
yeah,
Y'all coached a couple of them, yeah. So there was some nice little young fellas with the, well, with the ball game too.
played with the junior Parkers.
Okay.
It just was good young men gone at an early age.
Okay. Well, let us get it hype. We ain't finna get too sad. You know what I mean? We got to get it hype. We got to get our little juices going, get the flowing. So we're going to start the show out like this. How severe should John Morant punishment be this time? Starting off with you, Breezy.
You know, I I'm gonna flip the script a little bit. I ain't gonna say punishment. Yeah, he deserved punishment, but I'm gonna say this young man has a father in his life. How severe should the punishment be for his dad for not intervene and controlling? He can't. I ain't gonna say controlling because his son is grown, but pull him to the side and just tell him like the friends or company you keeping right now, they not for your best interest. He need to get suspended too as well. But it could possibly be. I'm thinking maybe a year long suspension.
I did say that. Before I pass it down to my man Mastermind, I just want to say something. I'm not for sure. I'm not for sure, but we from around that way, and I'm thinking we pretty much can see addicts. And what I mean by that, what I mean? Crack addict, heroin addict, pill addict. I'm not for sure, but I'm gonna throw it out there. Yeah, I said it. I think them boys got alcohol problems. They alcoholics, I think. I'm not for sure, but I'm thinking them boys like to drink over there. And I'm gonna let that go over to you, Mastermind. I'll be back on it in a minute.
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think you got to get kind of stern this time. So at least you got to give him 30 games. You know what I'm saying? At least, and then it got to comes with this stipulation also. Any event we see you around in any photos, it don't have to be in your possession. Anything dealing with a gun or anything dealing with a weapon, you banned, baby. It's over. Because you got to start setting some type of precedence. Because if you don't, they're gonna just think, oh, I could miss a couple games. It ain't about nothing. It ain't about nothing. And then I'm also taking that game, them 30 game checks, and I'm donating it to some type of gun violence victims or some type of advocacy, something like that that's gonna help the gun violence movement.
What you got to say, Young P?
Um, I'm I'm actually kind of along the lines. I don't think it should be as severe as what Cool Breeze is saying the whole year. I don't think it should be that severe, but I do think it needs to be stiff, like at least 30 games, kind of like what Mastermind was saying. Because you got to kind of press upon him the importance and the fact that I get it. You don't want to be a role model. You want to do your thing. I get all of that. But what they say, with great reward comes great responsibility. And it's nothing you can do about it. The life you chose as far as being an NBA player, you accepted certain things and responsibilities that come with it because it is a privilege. Don't get me wrong, you did bust your ass to get there, but it's still what only 450 people that's there, and you got 100 million that's all knocking on the door trying to get where you at. So you can't just disrespect it like it's nothing. And they also are saying, and one of the things I will say is definitely 30 games, you're losing that money for sure. But then we also kind of got to talk to your friend because they saying that one guy is there at every single incident that they got on him right now. That one friend that was in the video, and if you look at the video, it's like he caught himself. He's like,
Right.
ooh, tried to shoot it down, but it was too late. They had
Right.
already caught it. You know what I'm saying? But they say that one guy that's in that video with him right now was there for every single incident. The 17-year-old fighting the 17-year-old, he helped him fight the 17-year-old. You know what I'm saying? The other gun incident in the club, he was there. Like, dude, at one point you might have to call dog off. Dog, you cutting up, you messing up my bag. I love you, but we gonna have to figure out how to hang out some kind of other way because you killing my bag right now. I still love you. I know you don't want to, you know what I'm saying, drop your friends off, but this one you might have to because every single time you're there and involved in it, you might have to. So I think it definitely got to be at least a 30 game suspension. And I want to say I heard Gilbert Arenas say earlier today too. You need to go into obscurity this summer. They don't need to see you nowhere until it's time for training camp almost.
Okay. Well, yeah, like I was saying, I think them boys be drinking a lot. And then, you know what I mean? Then, like how you say, his pop should be saying something to him. You know, he might be, he might not, who knows? But I think he be more like a brother than a father. Cause you know what I mean? So I be seeing him, you know, cupped up too. You know what I'm saying? So, like I say, I think them boys got drinking problems. Like I said, I'm not for sure, but I'm throwing it out there like that. And like I say, on the question severity of the thing, I'm thinking like Breed, you say, I'm giving you a year suspension without pay. And the reason why without pay, I'm making you donate to the to what? Gun violence. I'm making you take classes, I'm making you participate. You know, I'm making you do all of that. So your money, even though you're not getting paid, you donate it to these causes and whatever else they can come up with for you to donate it to. And like I say, and that's just to let you know, yeah, they're gonna let you back in the league, but that's just an example of letting you know, hey, you can lose it all just like that, just as quick as you got it, they can take it right back from you. So, like you say, and then you say you learn. So within that week, and you got back on TV, this is why this should happen because within that week, you like, hey, like you was what's that, rehabilitated,
Right.
you know. So, yeah, that's my take on it. Anybody else got something to say before we move on?
Yeah,
On?
Yeah, just a quick. Oh, go ahead.
Go
No,
ahead,
go
go
ahead.
ahead.
like just piggybacking off what you said,
Mm-hmm.
P. P. Yeah, that friend is getting him in a lot of trouble, which means that friend does not care about his well being. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying it like that. Maybe it's his first cousin. Maybe it's somebody relative for him to be involved in every situation. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's not his friend. Maybe it is a family, some type of family member. But you know, he has already gotten in trouble one time with playing with guns and all that. Just why would you go on Instagram Live and record him? You know what
Right.
I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying.
Correct yourself. You turn Instagram Live on and then immediately show him.
Okay.
Yeah,
Before
that's
we move
crazy.
along, we'll let these two guys take it. And then I want to just say one thing before I pass the young P and mastermind. The reason why I would let him sit out for a year also so I can evaluate the team. Because that backup point guard, Jones, I want to see how he can play with the starters along with Adams and Clark and the rest of them boys because they have a good record without Ja. And if they can do good without that, it's time Mike can make something happen. And that's just a take from me on it. Go ahead, Pete.
Only thing I was gonna ask, and just a quick answer from everybody on the panel: do you think the money revenue that the NBA generates off of him would determine that they won't give him the whole? Like y'all both saying a year long suspension. Do you feel like because they are catered to the money in a sense, if I'm making sense, that where they won't do a year, they'll do like 30 games. Well, he got to be
Saying
back by
because
All Star break
you
or
saying the Memphis City,
Memphis. It'll hurt.
yeah, that hurts us.
right. So will
It'll
that
Affect
it'll
the
affect
team,
Memphis.
then the
so
trip.
will that stop them from doing a year long because it's like we
Yeah,
need that money,
we
the
got let
NBA need the
That's a
money.
great possibility.
we gotta
That's a
let him
great
know this
possibility.
what happens.
I mean,
You know,
yeah,
then like how you say, even though he gone, but like you say, if that young boy off the bench get the hoop and them fans still coming. Go ahead, Mastermind.
I just think that what it is really with Ja is he's just getting caught up, like I said, in the moment too. Meaning music playing, he going crazy, you know what I'm saying? His man might have it,
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying?
right.
Might be his man.
Right.
And you know what I'm saying? All of a sudden he going bopping, he just grab it. And you know what I'm saying? He just getting caught up in the moment. Instead of Ja, you gotta, you know what I'm saying, you gotta start hanging around some
Mhm.
whole different people, man, who ain't trying to turn you on to that bopping and
Yeah.
you know if you already, like he said, got
Right.
any type of addiction to anything,
Right.
the bopping is gonna make it go outrageous.
But yeah, we rooting for you, Job. We just gotta give our opinion up here. You know, we didn't turn to all, turned it to the media type thing. So hey,
We on your side, baby.
you know, but
All day, baby.
yeah, we rooting for you.
We all done some
You
crazy
know what I'm
stuff in
saying?
our lifetime.
You know,
Yes,
is
sir.
Doc Rivers? Is it Doc Rivers or is it the players that can't finish it? Starting off with you, Mastermind.
Yeah, I said it. It's Doc Rivers.
Mm,
Just
mm,
checking that track record. You ain't start winning until you had KG come along board. Before that, you was felon
Yes, sir.
3-1s all the time. You was blowing the whole thing. So I think it's you. And what I think the problem is too, you can't resonate to the players. See, in Boston, I think Kevin Garnett and Paul Pierce was resonating to the players and was holding the locker room accountable. Now you just got regular superstars that's not doing that. So it's you, Doc. You just got to go.
It's you, Doc. It's you, Doc.
That's it.
What you got to say, Cool Breeze?
I don't
No,
say
I mean, well, I ain't gonna put it all on Doc.
it's Doc.
I ain't gonna put it all on because he ain't playing.
But
He's
if I can't resonate to you, noob, I can't even make you feel like going to play hard for me, even going to fight for me. You could be the greatest in the world, but if I ain't doing nothing for you,
but he had. I mean, okay, I agree with you. Doc stinks when it comes to
Okay.
game sevens or eliminating another other team when he's up.
Doc, you got the gas,
But
man.
he had, and he's a great player, top 50, top 75, whatever he is. But he has one of the also worst players to finish off in the game seven too. So that's why I'm saying I'm not putting it all on Doc. What about James Harden? That was classic game seven Harden. Classic. If you look at his resume for game sevens, that's what James Harden gives you.
can I
Classic.
answer that?
He was not offbeat with that.
Do you want
Go ahead, Mastermind, before we get to P. Go ahead.
It's Doc Rivers again. Because you control what, Doc? Your roster. When you get to saying that you want these type of players, and you already know you ain't looking good in game sevens, and now you're gonna bring in somebody else who ain't looking good, you're gonna say you're gonna sign off on that?
You think he had control of the game, James Harden trade, or was it just to get rid of Ben Simmons?
It might be a little bit of both.
What you got to say, young P?
uh, yeah, I said it. It's more of the players. Come on now. Y'all gotta have some dog in you. I am not paying you that much money to turn into a bum when it come down to game time and I need you to step up and be a superstar. I can only teach so much. Now I'm gonna give a little to Doc because some of it you do need to meet game time in game adjustments and stuff like that. You got to call timeouts when they was having that run in the third quarter. You didn't figure out how to settle your truth. They started coming down shooting wild threes like they was nervous to get back in the game
Doc
instead
looked
of
like he
figuring out
was
a better
lost.
way to get in the game and stuff like that. But my thing is, no, I'm putting more on the players because at this point, y'all want to be superstars. Y'all claim Harden is a Hall of Famer. That's not a Hall of Famer job. You cannot keep being a Hall of Famer or we saying you a Hall of Famer and you choking in the playoffs. Embiid, you're looking like you choked too. They just gave you the MVP. What all you wanted was the MVP award, and once you got it, you was like, "Hey, I'm done now." Same way out in LA, y'all superstars out there choked in games. You can't. It's the players. They gotta have dog in them, and they ain't got it.
All right. My thing is this. I'm going to say it's both. And the reason why I'm going to say that, Embiid, they seen your press conference. You all talking about this, that, and the other. You wasn't getting the ball. That's what they wanted to hear you say. Because game seven, guess what they did? They made sure you got that ball. Because that's all they talked about was you. That's why nobody else got the blame. You got the MVP. You want to be the leader. They fed you that ball. And guess what? You cannot dominate Hartford. I mean Horford in the paint to draw the double team. If you go down there and dog Horford, you're gonna have Williams and everybody lead their man. And now you get to kick it to the free man. You get to help your team and everybody else get involved in the game. But guess what? You trying to play point guard. You pushing the rock. You trying to assist the rock. You doing everything but posting up. And how is you posting up at the free throw line? That's not posting up, Embiid. So you're not a real big man to me.
See what their game plan was with that though, Ice. They figured he could see the double team easier if he had the free throw line. But
Yeah.
my thing with that is still like what you just said. If you don't put your back to that basket and get down there and command that ball and put that big hand up so they can feed the post.
And another thing, I know why you said that, Mastermind, but Brooklyn, Brooklyn Nets and Boston, them two different caliber teams. But over there in Boston, they was teaching defense. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, but that's how I take. Y'all got something? Go ahead, go ahead, go
Yeah,
ahead.
just saying, just going off of what Mastermind said. Okay, it was working the first 2 quarters, but what happened to halftime adjustments, or better yet, in-game adjustments? When you start losing, okay, well, let's do that. Let's get him out from a high post and put him down to a low post.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Or
So in-game adjustments. So that falls on Doc too. But I still say it's a little bit of both.
that's what I say. I believe Doc is jinxed. You jinxed Doc, cause dig this here, fellas.
I,
What? Hold on one second. Cause watch this. He always up what 3-1, 3-2. You winning. So one more game, like you say. It ain't the system now. It's that your superstars not taking over that game to win. As for like Embiid and Harden, they put 24 points up combined. So that's what I'm saying.
Never,
Like you
never
say,
happened.
it's no more. It's no more running. If you're going game 7, it's no more running your system. It's strictly, hey, who finna take over? Like Tatum took over. It's
Mhm.
like we already know what each other running. So hard, you couldn't do nothing. Yeah, I mean, y'all couldn't do nothing. That's why I said
His
it's
resume
both.
speaks. Game 7, the Harden
And
is a no
then
show.
and then I go with you too, Breezy. Doc Rivers. You gotta know how to change that lineup. You supposed to one in there. What I say, mastermind. I say with Embiid and the rest, you supposed to have gunslingers. You supposed to
mhm.
have everybody in there come ready to shoot.
Yep, yep.
Melton,
Maxie.
Tyus, Maxie, all of them, Harden,
Eyes,
All
hands,
of them.
all
everybody.
of them. And then bought TJ, I about to call him TJ Hooker. TJ, what's his last name?
Oh,
Pucker,
Yeah.
TJ,
PJ
PJ
Tucker.
Tucker.
PJ Tucker.
PJ.
Yeah.
Was brought him off the bench in game 7. So
I
that's just my
understand.
take.
I say it's Doc because Doc, you got the one of the most two of the ruggedest guys in the NBA sitting on your bench now getting no one of them not getting no clock. How you got Montrezl Harrell and don't use him?
Mhm.
Yeah, he fell out the lineup,
Thank you,
man.
mastermind.
It's Doc.
How you
You
don't
ain't
get
no
him getting
fella.
around?
You can't fall out the lineup when you need an enforcer. It's game 7. I'm throwing everybody
Get
at you.
them rebound. He get
When
a bit
Tatum
down.
start putting up to 35,
I got
give him one.
Right.
It's time.
Can you win a championship with the style of Joel Embiid and Jokic play? Starting off with you, young Pete.
So I'm going yes and no. I'm going
You can't be a winner and a loser.
no. I'm only doing yes and no because I'm
2 times.
Right.
yes sir, yes sir.
So this can't be wrong on this, Pete.
The reason why I went yes and no is because I'm splitting them up because I feel like you will never win a championship with MB style of play.
You know Embiid about now. That was he got a yes
Yeah.
or no. You slick
You know
boy.
what I'm saying? You'll never win with him at all because I just think he needs a true point guard. And the fact, like y'all said earlier, he trying to be a point guard. He trying to shoot threes. Even though I said I'll beat you in a 3-point contest, and these fellas laughed at me. But I think if they really watch that tape again, they'd be like, P can beat him. You know what I'm saying? But
Oh,
I feel like he needs a true point guard. He needs somebody to get in his ear and be like, get down low or whatever. They need to change it up. Joker, I say the reason why I say yes, only because of this. You never really got to see Jamal Murray and him work because Jamal Murray got injured. You know what I'm saying? So I think there's a possibility this year to see what they can do together. You know what I'm saying? When we got a glimpse of it before, and then Jamal Murray went down, and he was out for a whole season pretty much. We never got to see it work. And I think with the addition of KCP and what's my name, Gordon.
Mm-hmm.
I think you might can see a few more things because Joker, one thing will get down low and he's banging that body all the way in and ain't nobody stopping him. You know what I'm saying? He's banging you all the way to that hole. He's getting to his position, and when you get down to it, he can still shoot that three, but he's not looking to shoot the three from the start. Whereas Embiid is almost going to the 3 point line as if this is his job. A 7 footer, you never should be going to the 3 point line like this is your job. So yes and no. Embiid, no. Joker, yes.
Mastermind.
Well, P, sound good.
Oh, thank you.
But to me, I just say yes to both. To be honest with you.
Hmm.
All you got to do is just what you said, the key thing.
Which
Get a real flow general over there.
Yeah. Okay.
Somebody who can say, okay, look, Embiid, I just need you to get in the post. Joker, I need you to stay down there for a minute. And then we're going to get you a couple of threes.
Mm-hmm.
But we're going to work inside out.
Out.
You understand? And on that
True.
defensive end, you definitely can win with both of them.
Yeah.
Both of them can clog that middle.
Mm-hmm.
But Joker, I need you to work on them up just a little bit.
Mhm.
Cause I need to get it
Oh,
two,
you
three.
like the Bill Lambier? You don't like
Huh?
got the Bill Lambier?
Give me at least a half a block a game. Block, a half a block a game, Mike. I'm good.
Bill Lambier,
Take it away, Cool Breeze.
Yep. I'm gonna say you can win with both. I'm gonna say everybody believed Philly was a championship team. Uh, actually, I think they would have won that year if it wasn't for Kawhi and his 5 bounces and the ball falling in. The reason why I'm saying that is before Ben Simmons lost his confidence into shooting, them boys was a force to be reckoned with. Yeah, like Ben ran the point and he distributed the ball to everybody. It wasn't like, okay, and B, I got to give it to you. I got to give it to you. No, okay, now I need my man touch it. I need you to touch it. Like Ben Simmons was a legit point guard. You know what I'm saying? Before he lost confidence.
Okay.
He look at my way because he know I'm a Ben Simmons hater. So he look at my way.
I'm just look prior to he, and I'm saying Cousins. I'm talking about prior before he lost his confidence in shooting. Philly was a force to be reckoned with. You know what I'm saying? And then with Joker, you can win with Joker too, except for this year. But we're gonna get to that.
Mm-hmm.
You can win with Joker too, just because of what he has around him and what big man you know since we've been coming up watching basketball. That probably is going to average a triple double.
Can I ask
one of these
ask
seasons.
one quick question before Ice give
Go, Young P.
his information out here and help me school both of y'all? You know what I'm saying? Let's be honest. What true big man has won a championship in the last couple of years?
Giannis?
You consider him a big man?
Are you talking about true center?
Well,
Let's say there's no
like how
more-
you said, P, that he just, yeah. Cool Breeze, he stick to sitting on the couch.
I like that, but I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I like that Giannis answer for that. Because truthfully, Giannis is a big man, but
Ain't no true center.
No.
Nah.
All
you said when the
Giannis
last
did,
time a post-up player
all
won.
Giannis did is become the new LeBron. But
Who's a true center in today's NBA?
You consider Joker's in and be a true center?
Right.
That's true to not
Right.
do it.
that's why, right, and that's why I said you cannot win. Hopefully, if Jokic win the championship, then you'll prove me wrong. But as of now, I don't think you can win with a style of play as them playing everything. Like you say, they playing the point guard, they playing the forward, they assisting the ball, they doing everything that your point guard should be doing, making the decisions. So when it's crunch time, and it's clutch, you got your center making the decisions instead of Jamal Murray.
That's
You know,
today's NBA. When you ask these players what they say, positionless basketball.
but you still have somebody have to run your team if you have that player. Jamal Murray is that player that can. I understand he might have been hurt, but if you've seen now, he's been trying to take over like it's his team, but he haven't been good offensively. So Joker has been having to step up. So that's a difference. But you need your big man to get down there. It's cool to run some pick and rolls with him, but I don't need you pushing the fast break. I don't need you to keep shooting the threes all day. We're gonna get you some threes in, but I need you to get me more down low. Get me down low. I'll tell you, I get you at least 4, 5 3 pointers a game. At least I get you a 3 point shot a quarter in my big man. But I need you in that paint, drawing that double team. I let you shoot from the free throw and all that. But when you posting up, I can't have you posting up at the free throw line or Joel Embiid. and all that. Like I say, they playing like they the point guards. Go ahead.
So I'm gonna ask you a question.
Yes.
So I understand how you going off on Embiid right now,
No, I'm saying him and
no,
Joker.
I'm saying as far as that, but you feel prior when him and Ben Simmons was 1 and 2, you don't think Ben Simmons was controlling it like Jamal Murray is controlling Denver?
But my thing is this: Ben was controlling it more of I'm getting it and we pushing it. Now, when it's half court offense, we know Ben has no offense. So what is Ben doing? Off rep, he going giving it right to Embiid. And where's Embiid?
He distributed the rock though. Depends on
No,
what
no.
type of play they
You know
run.
what I'm saying? Is no. Don't get me wrong. He's distributing it, but 9 out of 10, the ball is going to Embiid.
Yep.
And when it goes to Embiid, he's getting the post at the free throw line. He's shooting the three. He's getting it, driving to the hole. He's doing whatever. Like you say, sometimes you can be scoring a lot of points, but it's sometimes about how and when you score them. And B, Joker, you're a little better than B, but y'all need to be down there. Before we move along, something to say, Mastermind.
Just gonna say this. I think a lot of that with Embiid to me is spacing. You gotta have the right, you know what I'm saying? You gotta have the right nucleus out there with him because it's easy to get 3 point happy when you coming down and you really ain't got no out. I mean, you got them, but nobody who you really confident in that you can kick it out and knock it down for sure.
Right.
You
Yeah,
see what I'm saying? So
that's what practice is for.
yeah, I think that's what that
You
is.
know,
It ain't no JJ
Summertime.
Redick over there. It ain't no more of that.
That's
You know what
the
I'm saying?
summertime in practice for
what
you.
are some of the keys for each team to win a conference final? Mastermind.
Y'all gonna have to strap on them defensive shoes or something, baby, because you gonna have to stop somebody because everybody that's left is capable of scoring. And right now, it's all about who can stop who. If you ain't stopping nobody, you ain't winning.
Cool breeze.
I don't think there's no keys. I mean,
It's got to be
you,
some key.
because let's go back. I mean, my predictions look like it's coming forte. 2020 bubble, the final four. Who was it?
Yeah.
Lakers versus Denver, Miami versus Boston. That was the 2020 bubble, people.
Mhm.
Go back and look it up. So my thing is, if I beat you once, I know how to beat you. You got to figure out how to beat me.
Okay.
So what keys is there besides we talking about all new bench players? Yeah, maybe they may have to play a key factor. So I would say that the bench player, what bench players are going to step up for each team to hold.
Murray was hurt in the bubble though, right?
No,
Murray played.
Brewer,
I think Murray played.
Murray
I don't know.
played.
I don't know.
I'm not sure
I
either.
think Murray played. Go ahead, take it away, young P.
Well, I'm gonna take it a little bit further than Cool Breeze. You know, give y'all what I think is the keys. I'm not gonna be so general with it. Um, I do think like for Denver to win, to actually win and beat the Lakers, I do think it's gonna come down to Murray being a little bit more offensive, like how he was that first game
Mm-hmm.
he played last series. He came out the gate and cooked them. I think he gonna have to step up, and I think Gordon gonna have to be that defensive player, and here and there turn into that offensive player like he did too. Like when he was scoring, it looked like they was unstoppable. I think with the Lakers, I think it. I know the low hanging fruit is to say AD got to go to work on Jokic, but I really think it's gonna come down to more of um, Dennis Schroeder, Vanderbilt, and how they kind of play defense against Murray a little bit. I
Do
think.
y'all think that Darvin Ham is going to sneak Tristan Thompson in to start putting his body down
Yeah,
That's
on Joe?
yeah.
that's why they
Yeah.
picked him up.
Okay.
Kind of start bodying him a little bit. Yeah,
Okay. So
Okay.
that's why they probably okay. I want to thought. Go ahead,
yeah.
finish up here. I
And
want to throw it out there.
then my last two with Miami. I think Miami they got a little problem on their hand because what's name comes back this series. Who broke his hand? Man, I don't know why it's slipping my mind right now.
Hero. Talking about
Hero, yeah, Tyler Hero coming back.
Mhm.
But
Playing-
Duncan,
playing this.
well, they say he's eligible to come back. I don't know if they're gonna put him in. I haven't now that part. I haven't seen no reports. I know he's eligible to come back. And the reason why I say he got a problem is because Duncan been playing better than they thought he was gonna play. And you don't want to regress Duncan to put Hero in. Right now, sometimes you got to run with how you running right now.
But see, you
But
might
in the
reduce
Right.
bubble, they
Bruce
played
minutes.
together. In the bubble, they played
You
together.
might reduce Strauss minutes. You
No,
might reduce.
But Strauss
Bruce
been
gonna
but
knock him down.
that's what I'm saying. You can't
You got to
you need
divide
him
the
for his
minutes.
shot. You need him for
Probably
his
dunk.
shot.
He probably get
You
dunked
can't
in.
take that. You know what I'm saying?
You
You
got,
don't need him
but
for his
then
shot.
Yeah.
I say you take some 10 minutes from Struess and 10 minutes from Duncan, and there you go.
Sometimes that flow of the game can kill you. And then Boston, I just feel like um, Tatum gonna have to show up more. And I
Who a
think
better shooter out them
Williams.
three? How you rank the three shooters out there?
Right now, I'm liking Strauss the best.
Out them
Strauss,
three?
I mean,
I'm liking Strauss the best right
broken.
now.
It's gonna he gotta get back into game. They should.
Hero.
I don't think they're gonna throw him out there like game one. They're gonna gradually work on.
I'm just saying, Hero, the Duncan wasn't even playing. Hero, I mean, he was basically not getting no time.
Yeah,
Okay. Here go a couple of things that I just jotted. I think that they have to do. They have to make Jokers, like I say, do everything. Make him play point guard, the pick and roll, push the rock, grab the rebounds, make him do everything, make him tired like that. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't just let him just go down there and go to work on AD and that's it. Make him play every position like I been doing with that defense. That's what I say they got to do to him and play half court offense. The Lakers have to play half court offense.
Slow it down.
Yeah. AD and LeBron have to average about 25 apiece with the other guys, Austin Rivers and the other guys, Russell and the rest of them, got to be putting up 12 and 15s and 17s, you know what I'm saying, every other games, if not one of y'all, then somebody else, somebody got to keep the flow going with LeBron and AD, you know what I'm saying?
that third person.
Right.
That third
With
person.
Denver just got to run.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? And then Joker's got to punish AD.
Yeah.
He got to do that because if they don't play Tristan Thompson, he has no backup. They're gonna have to play Tristan Thompson. If they don't play him and they can get the punish AD, they ain't gonna have no backup. And then that'd be good to get them too, because you really won't have no offense. Then you have to be looking at LeBron to run the show. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, that's it. And Denver has to make some key stops. Some key stops, and the bench got to step up.
Mm.
They bench got to step up.
But Boston, yeah. Oh, go ahead.
Boston and Miami, they both got to play hard nosed defense, knock down the open shots. But this series gonna come down to Spoelstra.
Coaching.
It's gonna come down to Spoelstra. We already know that these guys been playing each other every year, a couple times a year in the regular season.
Right.
They always meet every other year or every year in the playoffs.
Yep.
So, like I say, once again, it's not all about the system or this and that and that. It's gonna just come down to crucial times of play calling. Might be calling a timeout somewhere. Also, it's gonna have something to do with some type of coaching. And then, like you say, get the ball out of Tatum's hand. Don't let that boy get hot. You know what I'm saying? Put that double team on him sometimes and get the ball out of his hand, and that's what Miami got to do. But like I say, if Miami wins, it's gonna be because of Sprocer did a hell of a defensive strategy job that he coming up with. He coming up with a great strategy. You know, like I say, because it's not about to be no system or nothing that they finna run or something they ain't seen. But so Sprocer finna come up with something. Yeah. Anybody got something to say if we move on?
I really don't, but I'll be real with you. I think the only only chance Joker and them really got, you got to make LeBron work on that defensive end. Whoever he checking, you got to really like if they because they be trying to hide LeBron now on that
Right.
defensive end.
Right.
So if they gave him to Michael Porter got to have a great game.
Right. Will LeBron James be the true GOAT if he wins number 5 with a mediocre team? Cool breezy.
Yes. This would be his fifth ring. I want to say out those 5 rings, this would be his third team that's I think mediocre throughout his 20-year career. So yeah, because that that one B goat, he never did that before.
He never lost
Yeah,
before
I had to
neither.
let them know that America. But go ahead, Mastermind.
He
It's on
never
you.
lost before neither, and
It's
he's
on you,
not a B.
Mastermind.
He's not a B. He's an A. and we're gonna get this together right now, America. There's no way LeBron could be the GOAT, buddy. There's no way.
If he get his fifth ring, he's the GOAT.
Okay.
He's the GOAT.
5 is more than 6 if we're gonna count rings now.
That's
So,
right.
I mean, if you count
If
like
he get
that,
his fifth ring,
that lets you know what we think up here at the panel.
That's why we can't go about
That's
one
what I
thing.
said.
That's why we can't go with numbers, Master Man, because we always said Bill Russell had the most.
Yeah, that's what I said. That's what he said. He said if he get his fifth ring,
So,
that's gonna make him the GOAT.
so I believe people just like Michael
So-
Jordan because, like you say, he was entertained. He was fly with it. You know what I'm saying? He was a great and he wasn't the greatest basketball
I
player.
told you
He
earlier
was
why
the
they like
greatest
him.
entertainer.
I told you why they like
they
him.
like Mike. I want to hear
I
this.
just explained to him earlier.
I want to hear this. Just give me one quick
No,
quick statement.
he had great. He had a great answer. You can tell him if you want to before he answer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can tell him.
The GOAT ever, yo GOAT. I'm talking about Yo Lamb.
My
One-
GOAT.
yeah, Yo Lamb.
Okay, my GOAT.
Okay, Yo Lamb. Look,
Yeah.
Yo Lamb ever won Defensive Player of the Year,
Ain't got nothing to do with nothing.
MVP of his league, Finals MVP,
Yeah, he was right.
scoring champ. Listen to my question.
Mhm.
Scoring champ
If he wanted to.
and Defensive Player of the Year, all in the same year. Don't get quiet now, Mr. GOAT.
I'm gonna have to look that up. I don't know about all in the same. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look.
Go ahead, young P.
So
You gotta go that.
I'll look it up later.
I don't
You gotta go that far.
I don't give him the all-time GOAT if he win this next ring. Um, I don't give it to him. I still only slightly put Michael Jordan above him. But I don't just because LeBron won this fifth one, I don't give him automatically make him the GOAT because there's a lot of things that's going to help the Lakers win far from LeBron winning this time because he's already showing signs that he's them 20 years is weighing on him. You know what I'm saying? They starting to hide him a little bit where like you said they hide him on defense, but also sometimes he come down the court and he just be chilling like he tired and he need to get it a rest in the middle of the game.
The man 40, P.
Hey, it don't matter. You want to still play? That's on you, buddy. You
Right.
you could have
And
retired.
And that's why we saying he winning and Mike wasn't winning at that
What
time.
Mike doing in his later years, in his 40s, he was dealing with
And
Wizards.
here's who
He was in Washington.
he might have had a better team than LeBron on some times. Because you gotta remember, Mike did have Karan Butlers, Gilbert Arenas, and all them guys. So he had some hoopers with him.
Yeah, but he also had Kwame Brown, who was terrible.
Hey, who fault is that? See, that's why Mike got to learn how to teach his players. How you get the number one player in the world and don't want to teach him? Magic Johnson got Vlade Divac. He taught Vlade, and Vlade became great.
Okay, but what's the one thing that we always say about LeBron? He gets rid of all them young players. Until this year, he gets rid of all old young players and get nothing but vets
But
to try
guess
to
what
help
he
him
do?
win.
Guess what
Right.
LeBron does?
He does it every
Guess
time.
what? You
This
know-
year, they finally put their foot down and was like, "You're not getting rid of all of that."
Say,
That's what I'm gonna say on that.
finals, brother, win and lose.
Miami wasn't a bum team, and
They
actually
are
that
great.
Cleveland team wasn't bum.
They are great, but I'm gonna say this: anytime you got a player that's been the lead of the NBA or probably any sport that he has went to 3 different teams and still being the face of the NBA, not being a role player, you know what I mean, not being coming off the bench or that, on somebody else's team, you're still the man of the NBA and you have won with 3 different franchises. That might be hard to duplicate, folks. That might be hard to do again. So, with that being said, I need to see that done again.
Goat James.
That's what we need to see. But like you say, they all great. They all have accomplished something that the other have not accomplished.
That's for sure.
So you know what I'm saying. They all great.
Greatest statistical.
You know what I'm
player.
saying. Like you say, Mike just has style with his. You know what I mean. People don't like Go James probably because he's smooth, but he ain't got no style with it. You know what I'm saying. So
Oh,
that-
I forgot
that's
some
probably
of
what
them
it
too.
is.
All in the same season. My bad.
Next question.
You know what I'm saying?
MVP,
Next question.
scoring title, All Star Game MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, Steals title, and the dunk title.
We know
All in the same
Wait a
year.
minute.
That's all.
Will there be a major trade this off season in the NBA? Who do you think, Young Pete?
Yeah, I said it. It definitely will be some major trades this offseason in the NBA. It's definitely going down. And you said give you some names? Why certainly I'll give you some names. And I'm gonna start off with the first one that might shock a few people, but it might not. Harden is out of there. Harden is getting traded this summer. CP3, you're gone. You might as well retire maybe because you're definitely getting traded, or they gonna just let you chill out. You know what I'm saying? Damon, what's the name?
Lillard.
He's out of there. They trade him this summer. Yeah, I said it right now. Damon Lillard is getting traded. And my last big blockbuster one, either Kawhi or either what's the other boy out there with him? Paul George. One of them getting traded this summer from the Clippers. Guarantee it. Guarantee.
Mastermind.
I sound like Charles
You said
Barkley.
Charles Barkley. You got
Guarantee.
mastermind.
Yeah, something's gonna happen. I believe it's gonna be some major switches up. But mine, I think it's gonna be probably Jordan Poole. It's gonna be somebody out there in Golden State, one of them. And then well, not since he got fired, I don't think it's gonna happen over there. But I thought it was gonna shock the world. I didn't like the way KD looked over there in Phoenix with them just got him standing around. That's that Monty Williams system. So now that Monty got fired, that probably gonna be a little suitable. But I do agree with that Chris Paul getting out of there. I, I don't know for sure, but I think Jalen Brown might be out.
Yeah,
I think
that's a good
Jalen
one too.
Brown might be out.
Money reasons.
Hold on. We gotta let Cool Breezy say his. Don't throw him out.
And I think I don't know who, but it might be somebody over in that Memphis camp might be out of
Who
there.
you got, Cool Breezy? What's on your mind, BB?
I don't see too many major trades. A couple of guys you said, I think they are what they call it, restricted free agent. So even if they do go somewhere, the other team can match whatever offer. The only one I could actually truly believe that people been talking about for a minute is the Damian Lillard. Either he's going home to Golden State or he's going to Miami. And if he go to Golden State, I can see Golden State getting rid of half the young core as far as Jordan Poole, Kaminga. Who else out there that's young that they drafted? It's another one.
Who did?
Dame don't
Golden
fit.
State. You don't?
No.
You don't think
In
so?
my eyes, Dame don't fit.
He either going to Golden State or Miami.
Is which point guard you gonna get rid of?
No, I'm
Steph,
just saying that though.
Clay,
Who gonna be the shooting guard?
right. Clay, you gonna get rid of Clay?
All of them to shoot.
Clay
Like I
might
said,
be.
you got to bring somebody
Clay
in with
might
the
be
gun. We
packaged.
need shooters. We need pistols for
It
them. We
might
need
be.
shooters.
It may be Poole, Clay, and Kaminga.
We need a big man with shooters.
Yeah, you might. I mean,
Yeah. But I don't know who's going to get traded, but this is who I think is going to be gone. If Boston lose, look for Smart to be gone. If Golden State they lost, so look for Poole, Kaminga to be gone. Portland, look for Dame to be gone. Phoenix, Chris Paul. Chicago, Levine.
Mm.
Atlanta, Trey Young. And Charlotte, Melo Ball.
Okay.
Those my takes on that. I'm thinking
Okay.
somebody, a couple of those getting out of there. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying?
I think it might be DeRozan before Levine though.
I think
Right.
so.
I think they kind of like Levine a little bit better.
I think the Rose came over and said, "This is my team, punk. Move over."
How long did they sign Pat Bev
hmm
to? That
They
tell it all.
they did the cool breeze. Move over, punk. They
If they
did the cool
sign,
breeze.
hey, if they sign Pat Bev to more than 2 to 3 years, it's gonna be
Mhm.
DeRozan.
Mm.
Do the Cowboys deserve more primetime games than KC? Starting off with you, young Pete.
So I meant to call whoever came up with this question and kind of get a little clarity because when I looked at the s- the schedule, he got the same amount of primetime games. They both got six.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? With only KC got one extra, I would consider, and maybe it's not considered prime time. They play across seas, so I'm giving that the seventh prime time game only because they playing across seas. I feel like now when I start thinking about the question a little bit more, I do think they should maybe downgrade Dallas. You should be at closer to four primetime games, but I get it, y'all America's team.
But you know they gave your Lions 5. Your Lions got 5 primetime games.
I mean, the Lions is on the come up. That's why they trying to exploit it and see what's going on. And I hope we don't cave to the pressure and then we be back down to 3. You know what I'm saying? Too. Really just a Thanksgiving game. You know what I'm saying? But I think, yeah, I definitely Kansas City should always have more because they're the champs. They keep proving themselves year in and year out. Dak Prescott, you one of the people that's on the trading block. I know he's only talking about NBA, but you on
Hey,
the
we
trading
talking
block,
about the
bro.
whole team, by the
You know what
way.
I'm saying? Yeah,
We
you're on the
talking about
trading
the whole
block.
team,
I
man.
forgot he's a Dax fan.
Yeah.
But Dallas, I think they should drop down because you're not doing nothing. You get into the playoffs every year, but you're not making no real noise. So you should be probably dropped down just a little bit. But like I said, when I looked at the schedule, they both got the same amount. But Dallas, you know in your heart you should have less than Kansas City.
Cool breeze.
So yes, you are correct when I looked at it too. But Dallas should not be up there with the three.
Mhm.
And the three is the other three teams are Buffalo, Kansas City, and Philadelphia. There's no way Dallas should be up there with 6 games. I can think of a couple other teams that deserve 6 games. So I think maybe NFL, maybe they are like one of the highest rated teams, no matter if they're winning or losing, that people love to watch. Maybe that's the reason. I don't know, but I definitely don't think that they deserve 6 primetime games.
Well, I'm about to pass it down to Mastermind, but we got the Chiefs, Chargers, Bills, and Cowboys have 6 primetime games. Just to
Okay.
let you know that. And like I said, the Lions have 5. Down to you, Mastermind.
Okay, now look, I'm gonna be real with y'all. Y'all all said good points, but one thing y'all forgot to mention.
Jerry
No,
Jones.
there we go.
Mm.
The marketing machine. See, Mr. Hunt, if they still own Kansas City, if I'm wrong, please forgive me. But if the Hunt still own that, they not as big. They not a marketer like Jerry. Jerry gonna get some views, and Jerry gonna give you one thing that everybody's
Mhm.
looking for. That hot line, that one line. Jerry gonna say something that gonna have everybody going crazy. You know what I'm saying? That hot take, and that's all.
Yeah.
That's all we looking for every
Every week
week.
he'll give you one take
He
to
gonna give
make
you a
you.
good one. Yeah, he gonna give you a good one.
Right.
Make you think that he about to fire Dak, or he about to fire the coach. He about to put, you know what I'm saying? He gonna make sure that Dallas stay in the limelight.
But Captain
So that's the
America is
reason.
not there no more. Come on, Jerry.
No,
But
no, no. It's that's the thing though.
but like
If I get you to keep tuning in, I don't care if Captain America here or whoever ain't here. You tuning in, buddy.
right. But like you say, it's all about the ratings with the Cowboys. You're not getting the ratings from the other teams. Like you say, you got something that's gonna happen in Dallas. Like you say, you got Jerry Jones always in the limelight.
I
What I
mean,
what I got here. And like you say,
They just big,
they
big,
just
big, big time every time
they
you see
big
it.
time. And hold on.
is that not an NFL problem? Y'all not marketing your other teams better?
No, it's just
That's
that
a Jerry prop. You
yeah,
gotta get Jerry his props.
and then you gotta understand this. Then you gotta understand this. Every time you wake up in the morning, ESPN, first take, you got Skip and Shine, you got all them. First thing they're gonna be talking about is Dallas. Even if the other
Every week
team's
now.
playing, blowing somebody out or whatever, they're gonna talk about Dallas. Especially Steve Nash. You heard what he say. He love for something to happen to them.
Right.
So, like you say, it's all about ratings. And then, like you say, get your popcorn ready, baby. Like T.O. said back then, it's always gonna be a show out in Dallas. You're not getting drama really in them other places. And it seemed like now that Jerry Jones, like you say, he about the performance now. Like you said, it's about having the popcorn ready. He had given the show. It ain't even about the ring right now. They say it is, but come on, he's still bringing in all that money.
He
Right.
just trying to
Yeah,
stay relevant. That's all it is.
yeah,
Because he
like
know
you
that
said.
they ain't built the champion.
Mhm.
He
Yeah.
trying to overdo that.
Mm,
Yeah.
mm,
Is there a quarterback that you see? Let me see. Let me get this right. There a quarterback that you see stand with his team his entire career. Is it a team? Is it a quarterback that you see stand with a team his entire career? Mastermind.
I came up with maybe 2 to 3, but I know the odds on favorite is gonna be Pat Mahomes, so I didn't go with him. I went with Joe Burrow, and I went with the guy Justin Herbert to get it
Yeah,
correct.
Justin. Yeah.
Justin Herbert and Joe Burrow. Those are two who I went with for mine.
Cool breeze.
It's only one because if you pay attention over the last 5 years, the NFL is slowly becoming what the NBA is. Must see TV during the off season. And how do you keep the NFL being attractive during the off season? Free agency, trades, all that stuff, just like the NBA. So it's only one in my book, and that would be Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, and Justin Herbert. I think they're going to be there for a while, but because they are in small markets, the money's going to call for a bigger team.
Young Pete.
Um, so the answer is no, but the only potential is Pat Mahomes. And Cool Breeze kind of touched on it a little bit in terms of this. And this is what I was thinking. As long as it's money, greed, fame, and it all trumps winning, and also with quarterbacks staying too long and trying to play too long past their prime, all because of Tom Brady. Now everybody want to stay too long. I don't think no quarterback is going to be able to stay with one team for forever until they retire because one, the money is going to get the calling, so they everybody want the big dollar, so that definitely trumps winning because I got to get my pay. Some of these quarterbacks are still. Matt Ryan talking about he want to still play. You in year 17, go and be a commentator, man. It's over with for your career. They stay in too long, so I think that's hurting them, which is going to force you to be traded somewhere else, and everybody is in a win now system. So as soon as you start not doing right, not performing like the fans want you or the owner wants you, and most of these owners is definitely money hungry. They're not really caring about winning. They just want the money. They're gonna trade you away. And that's why I think the only person that's potentially could do it is Pat Mahomes. Everybody else is going to play for another team eventually.
All right. I hear what they said, but you know me, I'm about to shake something up here. I'm about to put a little salt on the food, baby. Dig this here. I agree with everything everybody said. I even got a couple quarterbacks as you got. I got Justin Herbert, as you said, mastermind. I got that because he over there with Kellen Moore. So now he got somebody that, can have him looking good where he won't get traded. Joe Burrow, once again, what Mastermind has said, but he has to win a Super Bowl, I think. He has to win a Super Bowl. After you've been there 10, 11 years, I think they'll think something. Everybody said Pat Mahomes. Check this out. Pat Mahomes, couple years down the line, probably after about 5 more years, you'll be a Washington Commander. Josh Allen, 2 to 3 years, if you don't get it done in Buffalo, you'll be a New York Giant. But the quarterback that I think would stay with his organization, all he got to do was play well. I don't even think he have to win the Super Bowl. He'd have to go to the playoffs a lot, keep him going, and especially if he win the Super Bowl, he would be there because they loyal. It's one of the loyalest families in the game, the Rooneys. So Kenny Pickett will stay with the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Okay,
That's my take. I think Kenny Pickett will wear that jersey his entire career.
that's a good one. That's
Yeah.
a good one.
Any more takes while we move along?
Yeah, if they retire early, they'll stay with the same team.
Which one?
Any of them.
Kenny too?
Yep, if you retire early, he'll stay with the same team.
So you think they won't treat him like Ben Roethlisberger?
No, them days is getting old.
Oh, okay. All right. Who you think will have the worst NFL record this season? Cool Breeze.
I thought about that one.
You want me to give you my notes?
This guy. uh, I'm gonna go with Carolina. I think they in total rebuild mode. I like what Houston did with their draft picks, and they played hard even though they was losing a lot last year. So I'm gonna say Carolina.
Before I get down to Mastermind, I'm going to stay in that division and I'm going to say the Arizona Cardinals. I'm going with the Arizona Cardinals that have the worst record in the NFL this year. Go ahead, Mastermind.
Well, mine was kind of hard to decide, but
But you made one, right?
yep,
There
I
you go.
chose
There
the
you go.
Tennessee Titans.
Really? Wow.
Yep, I think that's what I think it's going to be. I think they don't know if they don't even know who the quarterback is. It's just they talking about trading King Henry. Is they don't know if they
So you
rebuilding them.
Tennessee and turmoil over there,
Yeah,
huh?
I think it's just, and I think the new GM is trying to put his own oomph on the team. So I think he wants the draft picks. He ain't really worried about winning. I think he's trying to build something up there.
Mm.
What,
Well,
what you got to say, baby?
I never thought I would see the day. that I would say, Ice looked at my notes. I would never see the day. I thought I snuck a peek. So I would actually take a page out of his book and pivot to the other team that I had down in here. And I'm gonna go with the Rams. I feel like they're kind of in turmoil because Matty Ice is terrible, and I just think Stetson Bennett. I think there's gonna be too much pressure to come in and try to turn the organization around. I think they're gonna try to fight it out with Matty Ice initially. He gonna kill him. You know what I'm saying? And I think the Rams is going to be the one who's going to end up having a bad season again this year. And I think they're going to actually have the worst season because they was right there at the worst. They just barely beat from being the worst. I think the Bears was the worst this year.
You do know Matty Ice was voted the most clutch player within the last 10 years, right?
In what poll? The CMZ poll?
Okay. Next question. Before I get to the next question, America, panel, everyone, I forgot. I forget. Or whatever words you want me to use. I told you people last week, Arlington Renegades.
Oh,
Go
yeah.
down there, put some money, and win you some money on that. As you can see, I went down there, put that money down, and won that money. So tune in, because we know what we talking about on the Monday, the over and unders, money lines, all of that. So
Very true.
Very true.
yeah,
Let your little brother hold something.
no, anytime,
Yes.
anytime. But that's how we do, folks.
Hey,
We just don't talk it. We go down there and walk it. We do put our bets in.
help your little brother out because he was the only one that betted against him. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Why he asked him for that. That's exactly why he's looking for that.
Right,
He'll learn to listen.
right. Okay, next question. With a 30-second pitcher time clock, we'll see another no hitter in baseball. Will we see another no hitter in baseball due to the 30-second time clock, pitch time clock? Starting off with you, Mastermind.
I think we will. I think we will. I think the pitcher's gonna get used to doing this and get better at it. So I don't think that it's over for no hitters and all that. I think we will.
Yeah, I
'Cause
think. Oh,
Then
go ahead. Go ahead.
Jarman, the Yankee pitcher, I think he almost did just
Yeah,
do
about
it.
to say somebody almost had one and they broke it up. So yeah,
I
I
think
agree
so.
with you, Mastermind. I think it's
I
gonna.
think it's gonna happen. It's gonna eventually happen.
Do you think it this year?
Yeah. I think
This
it'll
year?
be this year sometime.
Okay.
Might be close to the end of the year,
All
but it's
right.
gonna happen this year.
Okay. Cool breeze.
So as quick as I thought about that question, I think you're right. I think it was either the Yankees or was it Toronto? Somebody, the pitcher took it all the way down to like the top of the ninth inning.
Yeah, and
With
the
a
pitcher and
no,
the catcher ran into each other. That's what
yeah,
stopped
like
them
with
doing
like with a
it.
no hitter. So for that statement, I say yeah, it's baseball is a long season, so I think everybody's getting adjusted to what's going on. Like I said, I like the style and pace of the game right now. So I'm gonna say yeah. I'm gonna say not this year, but next year it's gonna be more than 5 no hitters next year.
Okay.
Yeah, I said.
Like how you said it with your chest, definitely. I definitely agree with the panel. I think a no hitter is going to happen, and I think it's going to happen this year. 'Cause like y'all said before, I wished, and I tried to look up the game. I couldn't really think of which game, but they did. It came all the way down to like the eighth or ninth inning, and the pitcher and the catcher ran into each other when they tried to catch a little pop up, and that's what messed up the no hitter for my man. You know what I'm saying? So
Wow.
yeah, it was a crazy little fun. They needed to talk or whatever. So yes, it's definitely possible, and yes, I think it'll happen this year.
Right. I concur. I think it's going to happen, and I think it might happen this year. Matter of fact, not might. It's going to happen this year. Like you say, somebody's going to, it's about to catch on. Somebody about to get the pitching good and catch a hot streak, and hey, and you know how it is. Sometimes when you're a pitcher and you got that adrenaline going, you want the pitcher to throw it right back to you. You know what I'm saying? You want
Keep
that
getting ready.
pace. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So you want that pace sometimes. So I can see that. Before we move to the next question, no hitter, since y'all don't know the teams or not. Would it be one in the American League or National League? So we move on. American League, National League, Cool
I'm gonna
Breeze.
say National League. It's more dominant pitching.
Cool Breeze. You said
National League.
okay,
National League.
Young P.
American.
Mastermind.
I'm gonna follow that card, American.
Okay, well, we're going to go 2-2. I'm going to go national. If Clarissa Shields would have fought Layla Ali, who you got? Also, Clarissa has a fight coming up. She has a fight coming up too, folks. But if she was to have to fight Layla Ali, who you got? Young Pete.
Yup, she definitely. I think it's next month. She got a fight here down at the LCA Arena, so that's a good look for her bringing it back to the city.
Okay.
Um, Honestly, I think she can beat her. I think she just got to be able to. If she got a chin, and it looks like she does have a chin, I think she can go the distance with Layla Ali and mess around and win that way, especially if they fight
She said
at that super middleweight. If she got to go up in weight to like that light heavyweight, it's gonna be over. It's gonna be too much weight on her body.
you said she can take it in the face.
I think so.
I'm talking about the jaw.
Yeah.
She said she got a chin. Come on, y'all. Come on now.
I'll tell you what my mind went, but way to clean it up. But yeah, I definitely think she can. I don't think I think because she can handle herself good enough in just the fights I've seen her in, I think she can go the distance. I don't think she gonna knock Layla out. You know what I'm saying? By far, I think Layla got a few more skills than her, and I think her power is a little bit stronger than hers. So I think that's why it's gonna come down. Is her chin good? Can she take that punch?
Hey, I'm going down the master. Man. He looking at me like I got to come to him. Go ahead, master.
Okay, now listen, I'll be real with you.
Oh,
Clarissa, I love you. You look good. Everything is beautiful with you. I wish you the greatest career of all time. I want you to be the GOAT because you're from here. But nah, just gonna keep it real. You ever see Layla with that jab? That's all I'm saying. If she keep Clarissa in front of that jab and then come with that hook,
it's
it
over.
might be good night.
Good night,
And
Irene.
then the skill level too. Now you talk about a whole different skill
Now I
level.
will say that the skill level, she ain't on
This ain't
Layla.
the run of the mill fighter right here,
Yeah,
baby.
she
This
ain't
is
on
one of the
Layla's.
greats. You hear that last name on that woman?
Yeah.
That's what I'm telling you. Son. Don't run up in there off key. That's all I'm trying to tell you. Think you running in there against some of these other bums. This is not the bum.
Mm,
So that's why I say I might go with Layla with that. And it might go like 5 or 6 rounds and that's it.
mm. Layla gonna knock her out? Man, I hate.
Don't get me wrong. I ain't taking nothing away. Clarissa beat everybody else except for her.
I got you.
So my thought on the process is I'm gonna go with Shields because with Layla, no disrespect,
Here come the disrespect.
you are a great, you are a
Here come the
great,
disrespect.
great female boxer athlete, and I know you'll knock out a lot of women. But when you entered the boxing realm of the female side of it, they was just getting started. They was trying to find people for you to fight. You know what I'm saying? To where Shields is already implemented to where we got plenty of female boxers, to where we even have divisions now. You know what I'm saying? Like heavyweight. But
Mhm.
what I'm getting at is, you got the old school, what I'm saying, versus the new school, and then you sort of getting started with the boxing thing, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go with Shields on that. Sort of like when Jordan was playing like Mike Elo and all them, and LeBron got to play these new guys. You know what I'm saying? Something
New guys. Notice how you ain't never said his
Right,
name. New
right.
guys. See what I'm saying?
I'm gonna go with a draw.
Mm.
That's a good one.
I'm gonna go with a draw. There you go.
That's P 2 times in another
Yeah,
way.
you
That's
feel
all
me?
that
You know?
is.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
Hey,
sir. Yes, sir.
I'm just saying, I might got a draw. The winner get a dinner date. You feel me?
Mhm.
That's how that go.
That's how that
Who
go.
y'all think the
Enough
female
said.
GOAT was a
I'm
boxer?
surprised. I'm surprised y'all let him get away with just seeing a draw. It's all right though.
Who y'all got as a GOAT of boxing for females?
Who? What was her name? St. John. She was pretty good. I mean, like,
She looked pretty.
Yeah.
She looked nice. That's what you're talking about tonight.
yeah,
She looked nice.
and she was
See,
pretty too.
I'm going with Layla.
Yeah. I go with Layla, John, or
Yeah,
Clarissa.
right.
Clarissa got a shot at it.
It's a draw.
Yeah, yeah.
Are we overlooking the importance of experience in the locker room when it comes to winning in sports? Mastermind.
I think we are. The reason why I say that because a lot of these teams are just going to get Bill Young. They might have one veteran in the locker room, but other than that, they trying to go young and keep it hype and all of that. But you got to have somebody in there who know how to, you know, go through the championship run and know how
Hmm.
to condition the body, know how to pace themselves. They can show the kids you overexerting yourself doing this. You got to go at this pace. You know what I'm saying? Because it's gonna become a crucial time where you'll need that energy. And I think we ain't even trying to do that no more in no sports. We just all trying to go young. Oh, they can teach themselves. They gonna learn on the job. You know what I'm saying? But
Right,
instead of having that one veteran voice in there that can just actually lead them by experience.
right. You say somebody had to show them how to win, how to carry themselves,
Yeah,
voice themselves in a locker room, somebody that everybody listen to and gather everybody around, whether it's up or down, winning by 20 or whatever.
exactly.
Okay, okay. Go ahead, Cool Breezy.
Yeah, you definitely need a veteran presence, whether it's basketball, any sport, not just basketball, I should say. You definitely need a veteran presence, but you need a veteran presence that's not a cancer. Like, oh God, I'm on this losing team. They've been losing for the last 10 years, so you don't want that because that cancer carries over to a young player mind and can be very influential on that. So you want a person who I don't know, a veteran player who's sort of like ready to be in coaching mode. And I'm gonna say a la just for example, a la Haslam from Miami Heat. You know, he did 20 years. A lot of people don't know that he was actually still an active player, but he he did the Miami Heat culture that a lot of people speak on. He bled that and showed that from a veteran aspect.
A veteran. Okay, go ahead, Young P.
Yeah, definitely. I agree with the panel. I think it's definitely getting overlooked, and it's showing because especially like in the NBA, they going younger and younger. That's why these kids is trying to basically if they could skip high school, they would. You know what I'm saying? And go straight to the league. Um, so I think it's definitely missed, and I think because they get old, like a Iguodala, has some people like that.
Iguodala, good.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Especially when they get old, people tend to be like, oh man, you can't hoop no more. So why should I listen to you? Well, young blood, I got 4 championship rings, so I got some knowledge up in his head that you could use. But I think they're starting to become younger and younger, and they're just being disrespectful to the older people. And part of it has to do with money. You know, how do I listen to somebody if I'm getting you getting the league minimum and I'm getting 200 million? You know what I'm
Right,
saying? So
right.
I think it's definitely getting overlooked, but I think they need to figure out how to implement it again and keep some of these veterans around for that purpose.
I think, yeah, they overlooking, but I think also they need a veteran that has won a championship. Say for instance, a la Draymond Green, if he was to get traded from Golden State, somebody need to pick him up to run that bench, to run that locker room, to run, you know what I'm saying, the
Right,
starters, you know what I'm saying, just to run everything because he won, he been there through the good, through the bad. You know what I'm saying? He can voice his opinion. He's somebody that you know that they're gonna listen to. So when you bring a veteran in, I would care. I mean, I would like for my veteran to also to have been a champion. Somebody had who had went down in war. Somebody who can explain, hey, no, not right now, or this or that, you know, not to calm a person down or to get a person to elevate. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? You need you know, I need that veteran that can do all of that. You know what I mean? And then it also can talk to you by being in them towns and areas and all that in different cities can be like, no, young man, don't go that route with it,
right,
or do this, or don't go there, or
Mm-hmm.
you know, or can tell you something, or you know, teach you how to move. You know what I'm saying? Teach you how to move around. So yeah, you're gonna need that type of. I wouldn't just bring any veteran in because you're a veteran. My veteran have to be a winner. I'm
right,
not just bringing you in. I need you to be a winner, and then that's gonna rub off. All that other stuff is just talk. It's
right.
Doc, you know what I mean? It's gonna be like Doc Rivers and I'm talking to him, is talking, talking, talking. They tired of hearing him and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Bring that veteran in that they know, hey, half of them probably scared of Draymond Green right now because he's in the sock pool. Just an example, you know
But
what
I
I'm
know what you're
saying?
saying. Yeah.
Wherever he go, he finna have everybody attention because they don't know what he finna do, how he gonna react. So he finna get their undivided attention.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's my take on that.
And I got something to add to a take that we said earlier. I thought about the trade since y'all been saying it. I think the person that's gonna get traded, man, and yeah, I said it. I think Draymond Green getting traded to Sacramento Kings.
That'd be a good trade.
Yeah.
Right.
That'd be a good one.
I think he going over there
Yeah,
with
when
Mike
he
Brown.
talking and make his mind get things. He said,
Yeah.
I got one for you.
Yes,
That's a
he
good
did.
one though, mastermind. And that's the way we're gonna knock out y'all. We're gonna knock y'all out the box on this one. We
Whoa,
out.
whoa, 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 whoa.
Go ahead.
One quick yes or no answer. Do the Pistons win the lottery draft tonight?
No.
No.
I hope so, but I doubt it.
Keep hope alive,
Right.
baby. Keep
Oh
hope alive.
man. Oh
They
man.
keep yelling Charlotte, San Antonio too much for me.
Yeah.
But that's like they already got it rigged or something. I don't know what's going on. NBA, you need to tighten up.
Oh man, I feel bad, Pistons.
I want the Pistons to win though.
Keep hope alive, baby. Keep hope alive.
We
Peace.
out of y'all.
Yes, sir.
Next week, people. Next week.
Lakers in Denver. Check it out.